I thought the easiest one was going to be Ukraine and Russia.
But the problem is really Vladimir Putin. You talked to him in Alaska.
Yeah, I did.
He has
I'm
picked up the pace of the bombing.
Look, there's tremendous hatred between him and Zelensky. Tremendous. It's, I've seen it before.
But Zelensky says I'm
seen...
coming to the table.
Well, now
Zelensky
he
says.
does. Now
True.
he does. He wasn't coming to the table so quickly. You remember the famous...
So has your patience run out with Putin?
Yeah, it's sort of running out and running out fast. But it does take two to tango. It's amazing. When Putin wants to do it, Zelensky didn't. When Zelensky wanted to do it, Putin did. Now Zelensky wants to, and Putin is a question mark. But we're going to have to come down very, very strong. It's the only one. This is the one, because I've always had a great relationship with Putin. This is the only war that I haven't solved. Now, let's get into Gaza, because that's another one. So those are two that are...
Before you move on, can I ask you,
complex.
what is clamping down on Vladimir Putin?
Well, it'll be hitting very hard with sanctions to banks and having to do with oil and tariffs also. But I've already done it. I've done a lot. Look, India was their biggest customer. I put a 50% tariff on India because they're buying oil from Russia. That's not an easy thing to do. That's a big deal. And it causes a rift with India, you know. And remember this. This is a Europe problem, much more than our problem. The other thing I've done, Brian, and I know how you feel very strongly about it, and I understand a lot of people do it, a lot of people don't, frankly. But we were spending $350 billion on a war that was across the ocean. Europe was spending $100 billion. It's still a lot of money, but it should have been equalized, at least equalized, or they should have spent more. But I did something. As you know, I went to NATO, great relationship with all of those NATO countries, and I got them to raise from 2% to 5%. And then I got them to pay for anything that all of our costs now are being paid by NATO. So NATO is very, you know, they're rich countries, and they're now paying. We're sending missiles and things to NATO. NATO's paying us, and they're distributing to where they want, which is, in this case, Ukraine.
Mr. President.
Which is a big saving. That's a big difference. We're not spending, but you know what I want to do? I want to stop it for a different reason, because now I guess you could say we make money. I don't want to make money, but we're making money because, but I want to stop because they're losing 6,000 to 7,000 soldiers every single week. And they're not American soldiers. They're Russian and Ukrainian soldiers and some people in the towns. But the big numbers are the soldiers. They're losing. Last week, they lost 7,018 soldiers. A little bit more Russia than Ukraine. But they both, you know, they've lost 1.5 million soldiers fighting back and forth. I want to stop it on a human basis. You know, their souls, they're Russian souls, they're Ukraine. They're not American.